Yeah, you didn't miss so much.
I heard it
We
was
had
six
a
minutes.
technical difficulty, but it was over like literally 2 minutes after that
Huh.
cut off. So
What
I'll have to restream that one.
what happened?
You mean what happened in the game?
I thought the technical
Oh,
difficulty
my
was.
stream cut off early, so
Oh,
I
I see.
it somehow missed like 2 minutes, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it had something to do with the delay or what. I've never had that happen before, but yeah, it like cut off. But it was like a super short game, so trust me, people are not missing much.
We didn't miss out. Excellent. All right. Well,
But I think I'll properly restream the replay after in between like matches.
I
But
started my recording already, so
okay,
we're not live, but we will be rewatched, I guess, at some point. Uh,
uh, yeah, I'm gonna wait to start until the game actually starts. But
yeah, that's fine. Okay, so this is game two of Push versus RA semifinals. Red Alert has some of their players here, not their team A, but I think they had difficulty playing today. So um, Sania White, their famous Void Ray, Severif,
hmm
and then they
yeah,
have
happy to see him playing on this one. It's always fun watching his VR.
yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, he I think he needs some of the strong Desi players like Ivanopola and who else is missing?
Danik.
Sanic, that's it, yeah. Some of their stronger backbone players that can support the Voidray in its endeavors. Seems like
Yeah,
both teams are ready. Hopefully, this will be a longer game.
yep. Hopefully the stream works. Yeah.
Lucky you're going to be able to cast our game afterwards as well.
Yeah, I should be able to do that.
I think we're going to try to play Uprise shortly after these games.
Do you want me to start in the bottom here?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So we have Push on the red team. Got Punisher on the levy with Metamorphosis. Colo Terry is a 431. Rosta on the OV with Plague. EMP on Babin, the Raven. And Mini Yamato on Damn Good. And then on the bottom here, we've got Mad Knight on the Dread with 5 armor.
And on top, facing on the bottom lane, Vio with a Dread with 5 Gats against the 5 armor of Man Knight. EMP on Animosis. Animosis did get EMP'd by Bebin. Uh, Kidnapper, they're likely to eat the Plague here together, and let's see, will they? Nope,
He only got it on the Colo there.
that was weird. I don't know how that
They
ever
dodged
happened.
it.
An EMP on 2, EMP on Battlestar and on Bio. So Babin, I guess, shot both of his EMPs, seeing that there's not a whole lot of energy. And Sania White has Nova, but I guess Babin decided not to EMP that.
Yeah, interesting decision there.
They're double teaming the bottom Destro. Look at that.
Yeah.
Mini Ammo broke down the 5. Basically, won the
Yeah.
bottom Destro was sufficient to win them the lane, and now the bottom lane is pushing.
Uh, yeah. And it looks like they've temporarily taken back the middle, but they probably will not hold long here. And it does look like RA is being pushed back.
And Sania White got EMP'd as well. Now they're being cut on. Oh no, already. What I think happened there is actually Babin made this decision to try to shave off as many shields as possible. Oh, they ate the EMP in 3.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
that they can actually keep the cloud and push the cloud, and then they dispatch Damn Good down south to actually win the bottom lane. And if the middle wins and the bottom wins, then they automatically push against the Void Ray on top.
That that's a yeah, very likely.
Sania, not a whole lot of money. I think he just ended up getting one shield and maybe one more energy. Oh, one speed as well.
Yeah, Push already developing decent sized lead, and it doesn't look like they're gonna have to go back yet. Maybe they will, but they're pretty close in hit points overall. I guess the Dreads are now a bit different now that Mad Knight's lost all his shields.
Plague lands on Kidnap her. And Push is going back as a team. They push together, they back together. Only not too close when there's an Ovi. Oh. Rasta fakes the plague.
Drops it on that trip.
Yep. Bombards from Vio.
I would have liked to see all this farm denied right there in the middle.
Yeah, that.
Just a big,
Oh.
juicy, but he just a little too late, unfortunately.
The Bombard came too late. Punisher ended up getting all of it, really.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it looks like 100 lead on Push because they're now pushing out and they're still 100 farm up.
yep. Tactical analysis here. I think really RA only has a long-term plan with that Void Ray. Early he's gonna. Oh, it looks like he's gonna be going back farming right now. I don't think this is a warp trick.
Yeah. Either back forming or warp trick.
It's gonna be hard to warp trick with a guard, huh? Especially not a farmed guard.
Yeah.
Oh, they scan.
And they do scan it.
So scan in just the right time. They are respecting it, but I really don't think this was gonna be a warp trick. So.
Yeah, nobody's buying any. So far, nobody's bought warp, so I think it's just a farm with a little bit of a psych out.
That's very interesting
Yeah,
on how
nobody
they.
picked up warp that I see.
So they
Lots
back
on
to mid.
Vio.
Okay.
We are getting some acid now on Battlestar. Picked up corrosive acid on his guardian.
Oh, Punisher with that acid. He's been spraying the Void Ray, keeping it low. The Void Ray can't afford to back farm like this. It was actually a team effort to keep that Void Ray bottled in instead of allowing it to back farm. They all went back to half. The plague
Yes, double
lands.
plague there.
Yeah.
And also Kidnapper now into hole, so not regenning at all. They've got a pretty good contain here. Farm lead's grown by 300.
I've just been notified that Uprise has a lobby for us right after this, so I guess Aces and Uprise will be running shortly after this game.
Alrighty.
Sania White warped down on the bottom and is keeping the beam on Mad Knight. Mad Knight does not seem to be too impressed.
Does have 4 beam with one prismatic core, but yeah, nothing to be too concerned about yet.
I guess the 5 armor and 5 gets will kind of settle that score against the 4 beam.
Yeah. And he's repairing.
And he's
out there on the
botting up,
field
yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
So, but they're heading back. Let's see if how much of this farm lead they can cut down. That Red Alert can cut down.
So 300 and about 250 now the farm lead on Push. Push is pulling back. I think Battlestar is already starting to back out. That's interesting. I want to see what Punisher is going to get against the guard. I think he's just going to tear him apart.
I think they're worried about potential warp trick here. They don't have any sort of scan or radar yet, I don't think, anyways.
They should have counted the ships, I
So-
think.
Do they have radar here yet? Let's see.
No, they don't.
No radar yet.
Ter
Yeah.
Derry just announced to the whole world that he can use hardened shields. The Raven's going straight for the Voider. Nice blink. So the Raven is now, interestingly, it's going back in a counter position. So it's going to upgrade while
Yeah.
the rest of its team is still at their towers, knowing that I guess the Voider won't be pushing anytime soon, but also possibly threatening to catch it if it ever contemplates backfarming, really.
Yeah. I wonder if he's planning on going around the site and setting up warp trick for Push's next back, or
No, he's warping right back
no,
to the
it
field.
looks like he is warping right to them. That's very interesting.
Maybe he didn't get a chance to upgrade last time.
Yeah. That's all I can think of, but I did not check his minerals.
Babin hit Animosis with his EMP, and Animosis missed his EMP on Babin, so that was an unfortunate exchange as well.
The VR going down there at the bottom, but he has Profield now, so he's quite tanky.
Yep,
On
and
that
Kidnapper
map.
does not have lockdown for the Dread.
Yeah. He did pick up scan.
He also picked up 3 lasers.
Yeah, interesting 3 laser choice.
There's a tactical contain on all sides here, not allowing any
Yeah.
kind of risks.
Farm lead growing to 500 for Push now.
That would be a quarter of what it is. Who's gonna deny that ball? Oh, Rasta! Rasta just denied about 4 patches of farm together. Sorry, Lucky, you were saying?
No, sorry, I missed it, but he denied it with a
Contaminate.
I'm
Yeah,
guessing.
yeah.
Okay.
You know, just every little bit to increase that farm differential.
Yeah, for sure.
When you're ahead, you
Yeah,
want
which
to
is now, yeah, grown
further.
almost 700 now. That is not the kind of lead you want to see when you're running a VR.
Vio pushed all by himself. He was followed very closely by the Colo and Battlestar, but the problem is that just even being out for maybe 2-3 seconds, they all poked at him and got him back to orange health. And now the guard will be potentially bleeding very soon and will have to back out as well again. EMP on 2 as they stacked in the middle. Babin is trying to eat the EMP now since he doesn't have any energy. Oh,
Not
Rasta.
the Colo, but
Rasta keeps trying to aim at the guard. He threw Contam at the guard and then he threw Plague at the guard, but didn't missed him with both. He's just trying to keep that guard suppressed from healing. Maybe Punisher can launch some of his locusts at him.
he has gained back about 3,000 on the field here, so he's getting out of danger here.
Yeah, he did.
But yeah, when he's hurt like that, he's can't do as much. Looks like he is heading back already. Even though they are scanning and they do see where they are. Looks like Battlestar's heading back to base.
Yeah. So I guess unlike the push team, they're not backing together and pushing together. They're kind of scattered.
Yeah. Usually when you see one back by itself, it's just set up a warp trick, but I don't think that this is what they're planning on doing.
Yeah, highly unlikely in this case. Ooh, Voidray got stopped from warping by Rasta. Down at the bottom lane.
Yeah.
And Rasta has picked up Siphon. He has 10 range on the Siphon.
Mm-hmm.
Babin,
Yeah. Punisher's picked up Frenzy. Frenzy, Corruption. So he's getting ready to kill. Should he have the opportunity.
yes, he told his team. Sent it into the, using the game feature. The middle mouse button, in case anybody's interested. That's how you announce to the rest of your team what upgrades you have. Ooh, Red Alert is making a push here. They're actually making a pretty decisive push. They can't push on Mad Knight, so
BR's warping up on the Dread. We do have a Frenzy here.
Frenzy, Corruption on VO, and an EMP on VO, and VO is dead.
Oh, went down fast.
The Corruption with Animosity, I believe it is, and
Yeah, Animosity.
11 Tentacles, 8 Bile. They're playing it so perfectly. They're so tight. You know, Punisher allowed them to push, allowed himself to get a little bit lower so he can just increase that damage and increase that tanking, and then did the counter Frenzy. Similarly, Babin, he's been giving away just enough shields so he can start regenning while I guess his push ship can use those shields. Oh, but maybe he gave away too many shields. Let's see.
Oh wow.
Will Senia White make it
Yeah.
out of this? No, he will not. He had to
No.
risk it, and maybe that was his only opportunity. Senia White quits out of this game.
Yeah, it would have been really difficult to ship down with their comp at that point.
So, given that this is a best of 3 and Push will be likely taking the second game here in a minute, it looks like then
They're heading to the finals.
they're heading to the finals, and then Red Alert will be heading to the fight for third.
Mm-hmm.
The Colossus goes down. Battlestar goes down. Took a little bit longer than I thought, but predicted the future.
Yeah, so Push takes game 2 and the match then, heading to the finals against either Aces or Uprise, which will be playing now then. Abner?
Yes, I believe so.
All right.
I'll
Good luck to you.
go. Thank you very much. I'll go and organize my players. We'll see you on the other side. Bye, everyone.